Before we go, some final thoughts. Something we haven't mentioned on the show, Tyler. How about the fact that Twice, very popular K-pop group, will be featured on KDA's upcoming album? The full 5-song track list has been released, and Twice is on the song I'll Show You. Huge get for Riot. This is an enormous K-pop band. This is great.
Ooh, enormous. I mean, what kind of fan are you? Are you a Mina fan? Are you a Sana fan? A Jiho fan? I'm more of a Momo guy myself. I think Momo is my favorite member of Twice, but no, actually, I am a fan of Twice. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not a once member. They're not. I don't have posters of Twice. You know, when you twist my camera a little bit, you just have a whole room of Twice memorabilia all around my room. I promise it's not like that. I promise. But no, Twice is a huge get.
Turn the camera around, Tyler.
No. I'm sorry. No.
What you got in the room?
No. I promise. I don't have 20 Momo posters right out of eyesight right here. But it's a huge get for Riot, and already, like, I posted the news of Twice working for Riot on the KDA album, and it already has over like 80,000 impressions in less than 2 hours. Like, the Twice fans are in it. Like, I would not be surprised if I think they ended the registration early for the World Finals because they knew if they announced that Twice was going to be involved with KDA at all, that another 2 million fans would be registering for the final, just for the 10% chance maybe Twice would be involved with the World Finals, Arda. That's how big Twice are. They're one of the biggest pop groups in the entire world. I've talked about a lot about how I thought this year would be the year that BTS, possibly or arguably the biggest band in the world, would play at Worlds, and they would do skins around the BTS members as Aphelios and Ezreal and Set. I still think that's in the makings. I would not be shocked if that happens in the next coming years with how big of gets they're getting from Twice and I-DLE, and they really are focusing in on that Korean market, which is a behemoth. I mean, it's a phenomenon in South Korea and has been for the last decade, but Twice is such a huge band, and I'm really excited to see what they do. The KDA album in itself it's grown so fast and so large so quickly from, these are first, like, this is the greatest promotional tactic maybe in video game history, Arda. Literally, this is all based around selling skins. These are all around selling skins for characters in a 5-on-5 MOBA game. And we have now a full EP coming out around these characters that are going to be selling skins hand over fist. And now they have bands like Twice and I-DLE who were already part of the first KDA album with Madison Beer's back and so many more. Like, it's a behemoth. It's monstrous, and it's so cool to see. And it's only the beginning. I think Riot knows how well they do with their music, and we see their music expanding year after year, not only in League of Legends, but, TFT and Valorant as well. It's going to become a point where they're just going to have Riot concerts worldwide. We're going to have, a Riot Games concert in South Korea in a year or two where we have Twice as KDA and, Travis Scott with the Valorant World song. And nothing is impossible anymore. A few years ago, if you told me that we would get Twice for a Worlds or even a Riot promoted thing, I'd be like, they're too big. Like we can like Imagine Dragons, that was huge, but they were fans. They were truly like diehard fans of the game before they became the faces of like the first real wave of Riot Games esports music. But now we're in a space where I don't think there's anyone they couldn't get. If it's Ed Sheeran or Taylor Swift or BTS, I would not be shocked at all. I think Riot has really shown that they know how to make bangers, and all these videos get over 100, 200, 300 million hits on YouTube, millions, billions of plays on Spotify. And you see the Spotify partnership at Worlds, where the Spotify is one of the major sponsors, where you have the Spotify, music break after every, after every commercial break. You have the Spotify music break. Like, it's just becoming bigger. The music part of Riot is just growing year by year, and they have a fabulous team out there. I love the guys who I've talked to, like Toa Dunn, who I believe runs the music department at Riot. Like, brilliant people over at the music development part of Riot, and they just keep hitting wins. Like, there's not been one real loss they've had. They just keep on hitting W after W after W, and Twice, that's huge. And I cannot wait to see what they do at the Pudong Stadium in terms of their opening performance, especially with how they're probably going to use more virtual reality with the the more open space they have without 50,000 fans being there gives them more space to do things virtually. So it's mind-boggling. Just in 10 years from now, we're gonna have like opening performance on the moon, Arda. Like everything's out the window. Riot's gonna control the music scene in 10 years. Like they're on a hot streak of all hot streaks.
To all K-pop fans watching this right now, I immensely respect you. You are a very passionate and powerful bunch. I would like to say that I know nothing about Twice. So if you would like to send me clips, if you would like me to sample their music, if you would like to suggest the first song I listened to from a Twice album, please tweet me at Arda, A-R-D-A, and let me know how I should begin my Twice journey musically, because I'm very curious to hear. I will tell you this one story before we go. I did a event in New York with Icon a couple years ago.
Oh, I love Icon. Those guys are great.
So Icon, I believe this was the first time they made an appearance, at least like this, in America. And there was one point in the show, and it was with Ninja, by the way. It was Ninja and Icon. Okay, just think about the scene, okay? So I did this whole thing with the crowd to ask them, how many people are here to see Ninja? How many people are here to see Icon? Now, I did Icon first, and I was like...
Big mistake. Big mistake.
This was one of the biggest mistakes in my hosting career. How many people are here to see Icon? The place unglued, goes nuts. And Ninja turns to me and goes, you should have asked for me first. Yeah. And that's the power of K-pop, people. So this just shows you the magnitude of Twice being involved. But you're right. This is a no-brainer. I look forward to Worlds 2021 when BTS and Riot are presenting on the moon, like you said. It'll be great.
It could happen. At this point, nothing's out of the table. And like Twice is legitimately one of the biggest K-pop. Let's put K-pop out of the equation. They're one of the biggest bands in the world. So it's gonna be wild. I cannot wait for our all-out review show for Wake Up Worlds. We're just gonna rank the all-out EP songs on the show.
And I hope we do that. That'll be a lot of fun. You don't have to hope for any of future shows, because we'll be back tomorrow after Fnatic versus TES. Please join us.